Breaking news. The lights are off at the Kennedy Space Center. NASA is officially closed. The U.S. government shutdown has begun, and America's space program is facing a sudden crisis. This is not a drill. It's a complete halt to operations. Is the Artemis Moon Mission now delayed? What happens to the stunning research from the James Webb Telescope? And perhaps the most urgent question, who is making sure the astronauts on the International Space Station are safe? Today, we dive deep into the real impact of the 2025 government shutdown on NASA, the scientists, the missions, and the future of American space exploration. This isn't just politics. This is about our place in space. Let's get into the full picture. So why is America's premier space agency in this situation? Simply put, the U.S. Congress failed to pass a federal budget for the new fiscal year. Federal law is clear. Without a budget, most agencies, including NASA, must cease all non-essential operations. This is a funding lapse, not immediate space budget cuts. The effect is massive. Tens of thousands of NASA employees, scientists, and highly specialized engineers are now furloughed, sent home without pay. All work on future launches, non-essential research, educational outreach, and public engagement is suspended. Even the popular social media channels go silent. The space agency, for all intents and purposes, is quiet. Now let's talk about the specific missions that the U.S. space program is built on and how they are affected. First and foremost is the Artemis program. The dream of sending American astronauts back to the moon is on pause. Planning, complex vehicle assembly for the massive SLS rocket, and next-stage mission preparations for future flights are all stopped. Every day the shutdown lasts means the moon mission timeline slips further, costing valuable time and momentum. Then there is the science. The James Webb Telescope itself is running on automation millions of miles away. But the critical ground teams, the scientists who analyze the data, translate the findings, and plan the next deep field views, are home. The flow of new, world-changing discoveries is slowing down. Finally, the Mars rovers, like Perseverance. While they can perform basic functions, the teams that command complex movements or plan the next stage of Mars exploration are severely reduced, potentially leading to lost research time on the red planet. The one critical area that cannot stop is astronaut safety. Critical operations continue with a very small, accepted staff. Monitoring the International Space Station and the safety of the crew is considered life-saving. Mission Control in Houston remains partially staffed to ensure continuous oversight of the ISS and to coordinate with international partners. In addition, planetary defense, tracking high-risk asteroids, is another essential function that continues. However, even the essential staff are working without guaranteed pay, highlighting the instability that even the most vital functions of space science funding face during a political deadlock. The problem extends far beyond a simple pause. It creates a lasting financial and intellectual toll. Economists studying past shutdowns have shown that closing and then restarting complex high-tech operations is always more expensive than just keeping them running. The cost of this shutdown will ultimately increase the NASA funding required later. It's a classic case of saving pennies now to spend dollars later. More concerning is the talent drain. This funding instability could push top scientists and brilliant engineers to leave government jobs for the more stable private sector. If this happens, the capability of the core U.S. space program will be severely weakened. Also, our international partners, who rely on NASA for much of their data and coordination, now face delays. This funding uncertainty harms global space collaboration and American leadership. The stark contrast here is the growth of commercial space. Companies like SpaceX and Blue Origin are not affected by the government's budget problems. Their launches, innovations, and commercial goals continue uninterrupted. This shutdown throws into sharp relief the huge difference between the stable private space sector and the unstable government sector. Some analysts worry this lack of consistent NASA funding could mean the U.S. cedes space leadership to its private industry or to the national programs of rival countries. The 2025 government shutdown is more than a political debate. It's a direct threat to American innovation and our prominent role in the new space race. When will funding be restored? And what irreparable damage will have been done to the future of space exploration by then? We want to know what you think. What is the biggest risk of the NASA shutdown? The Artemis delay, the slowdown of new JWST discoveries, or the loss of key personnel? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel for more planet updates, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive.